The Great Commission says this: "Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you." Over here, we might see certain actions that are involved in the Great Commission. We have to go, we have to make disciples, we have to baptize them, we have to teach them to observe all that Jesus has commanded. So it seems that there are many things to do in the Great Commission. But actually, in this passage, the central imperative, the central command, what Jesus wants Christians to do is to go make disciples. Make disciples. And then you have things like go, baptize, teaching. Now, all these are what constitute making disciples, but the core, the very center of the message, the very command is to make disciples. Through going, through baptizing, through teaching them. And this is not just the core of the church, but the core of every Christian. The Great Commission of every Christian life. What does it mean to make disciples? Now, in the earlier days and even today, someone who wants to become a good carpenter, a good baker, a good bread maker, even today a good app developer or a car mechanic. Now, the best way is obviously you is not just going to school, not just through YouTube videos, but the best way is actually through apprenticeship. That is, you find a mentor, you follow him, you see how he do things, you follow him wherever he goes, you listen to his instruction. Yes, sometimes you get scolded, but you see how he hands-on, how he does it. And that is what discipleship is. When we look at Jesus, we see his ways, his character, his teaching, how he reacts, how he treats people, how he prays, how he denies himself, carry up the cross, following the Father's will, what footsteps he takes. Now, this is what Jesus meant when he says, "Go make disciples of me." And this is the core message, the core mission of the church. The church is not just to accumulate many buildings or properties in hopes that they will appreciate in value. The church mission is not to make money, make income, that one day before God, "Hey God, you see, we have accumulated these properties or made these millions." No. The mission that Jesus has given the church, to make disciples. And yes, money, property, all these are vital parts to fulfill the Great Commission. Using this building, using this land, using this place, using it so that people can come here to learn about Jesus, to become his disciples, and every money, every dollar, every cent used for gospel activities and ministries. But the why, the motivation to make disciples. Let the church, let every Christian not deviate, not lose focus on this. Someone said, let the church not be a monument, but a movement. A movement of making disciples. And when we apply this to every individual Christian, what is the purpose of our lives? Yes, to know God, to enjoy him forever, but to know God also, to know that he has given us a mission. Not to make a lot of money, not to make a very big family, not to make a successful career, but to make disciples. Yes, money is important, our families are important, but let all these things be behind the core central mission of making disciples. In your families, make disciples. Rear your child in the fear of the Lord, in the love of the Lord. The money that you have, the influence that you have, use it to make disciples. That one day before God, we won't be saying, "Hey God, look how much money I have, how much millions I've made, what properties I've accumulated, or look at my big family." But rather, the Lord sees us. "Lord, see how I've used these things in making disciples for you."